10 minutes. So I will just introduce, before presenting media animation, I will just introduce this session because it could look like we are each after the others, but in fact, the actors in Wallonia, in Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles, are more connected. And there's, for instance, the High Council of Media Education gathering a lot of actors of Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles coming from media literacy sector. So not only teacher training, not only school system, but also coming from youth organization, universities, etc. So this session, we try to give a look of this diversity of the media literacy sector in Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles, and even if it's not complete, of course. So Media Animation as a resource center for teacher training and adult education, EX, and the Master of Media Literacy for future teacher or educators, ONA, the French Kind and Cuisine, and they concern about accompanying families in digital media education, the Public Television RTBF and their media literacy missions, the University of Louvain and their expertise and research about media literacy and media practices, and then of course SCMG, a youth organization implementing media literacy project with young people. So you have there vocational training, adult education, in-service training, childhood and families, public media, research and youth sector. So it's already a landscape. So I will start with the organization I came from. So Media Animation is a non-profit organization who has the vocation to develop responsible citizenship through the education of the citizen critical faculty towards the mass communication society. So Media Animation is about 30 people, more or less. The offices are mainly in Brussels, but there are regional offices in Namur and in the province of Liège. And there are 3 sectors of activities. 2 directly linked to media literacy and one other. The 2 directly linked are that Media Animation is a resource center of media literacy for the Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles, and particularly the resource center for the private education network. And the second sector is that Media Animation is a media literacy center in adult education. And the third one is that Media Animation is a communication agency for non-profit organizations. So we offer services helping non-profit organizations concerning their media and multimedia production. So I will keep focus on the 2 sectors linked to media literacy. The first one is about that we provide vocational training for teachers and cultural educators also for many years. So it's about more than 100 training for the secondary schools and about 80 trainings for primary school. Some example, for instance, to decrypt and understand TV news, critical analysis of information, documentaries, cinema, social networks at school, etc. And we develop also some educational tools linked to those topics. And for instance, e-learning activities, which are in English, so I present it to you, also about the role of media education to fight discrimination. So it's a learning platform. In terms of adult education, so we are out of the school here, and what the project that I could present, for instance, is médiatisme en quartier. In French. In English, it would be like to make links through the neighborhood, through the media, in the neighborhood, through the media, And so we, for the cultural and social organization, we developed a project of expression of media production with the inhabitants of the neighborhood. For instance, Tous au Numérique, which is about developing digital skills with seniors, for instance, to try to feed in a certain way this digital gap. And another example is about Festival à Film Ouvert and the short film contest against racism. So it's a decentralized festival organized everywhere in Wallonia and Brussels, and involving cultural center, associative events, etc. Around the UN Day of fighting racism and racial discrimination. And there is also this contest of short film who gather about 80 short films made by citizens, like young people, adults, or whatever. So Media Animation is Media Resource Center for the Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles, but it's not only that. It's also a federal project. For instance, again, and there is a discussion with Laure Vanouk this morning, I think, about the Media Coach project, which is supported by the Events Foundation. So this project is in collaboration with Link, and we develop trainings for educators, librarians, youth educators, social workers, for allowing them to become, in a certain way, to train them to become media experts in their own institution. This project exists since 4 years now. Also, another kind of federal project, if we could say that, it's the BBCO project, Belgian Better Internet Consortium. In the framework of the SAFER program, and in this project we have a map, made a report about all the initiatives and activities that are implemented in the Fédération Wallonie-Bruxelles about media literacy about internet, and we launch soon a campaign for parents with a tool, educational tools for the use of the tablet and the mobile phone in the families with the little one, the 0-6 years old children. And then also at a European level, we are also involved in a lot of projects. For instance, the BRICS project, Building Respect on Internet by Combating Hate Speech, the acronym is short, where we are working about how the media, the online press, are dealing with hate speech in the comments of their articles, and we developed, we are finishing or developing a tool, pedagogical tool of critical exploration of the gender of caricature. So it's a pedagogical tool to use with young people in the school system or outside it about freedom of speech and caricature. So that's just a quick view of some activities and some approaches of media animation, and they should be furthermore explained, but I let the floor to Andy.
Very good. Are there any quick questions for Claire? Everybody has full understanding?